On today's episode of Warehouse Safety Tips, we're going to be talking about something that we've talked about many times and we'll talk about many times in the future, and that is slips, trips, and falls. But today we're going to be talking about how it works in parking lots. So stay tuned. Welcome to Warehouse Safety Tips. If you're a seasoned vodcast viewer, this vodcast is going to be different from most that you watch. It's based around exactly what the name implies, warehouse safety tips. And since the people in this industry are busy, we know that time is money, so each episode will be as short and to the point as possible. And now, with all that out of the way, let's get to the vodcast. If you work in a facility, there is a great chance that you're going to have slips, trips, and falls. But we want to let you know something, and that is when it comes to parking lots, especially, there is 3 things that you can do to make it a lot better chance of not happening. That is maintenance, awareness, and preparation. So here are 5 tips that are going to help you so far as parking lots when it comes to slips, trips, and falls. The very first thing is fix issues immediately. Don't let things go. If you have cracks, if you have potholes, if you have uneven surfaces, make sure that you get those taken care of immediately. The next thing is going to be clear markings. Make sure that you clearly mark your parking spots, the areas where people are allowed to walk. If you have speed bumps, make sure that they are identified as like a big yellow stripe or something of that nature, so that people realize what it is that is in front of them, and if it is a tripping hazard or a slipping hazard, that you make people aware of that. The next thing is going to be something that is due to lighting. So you want to make sure that everything is well lit. Okay. We spoke about this in previous episodes about how navigating a parking lot is important, that you park in a place that's well lit, that you have cameras around you and things like that. This is something that is going to be important for slips, trips, and falls, and that is, again, lighting, because you need to be able to see what you're navigating. So if there is, say, debris, or again a pothole or a crack, or an uneven surface or a speed bump, all those things can be seen. Next, prepare for weather. So make sure that the people in your location not only are ready for weather in the form of ice and snow, that they've went out, they've either salted, they've had somebody move the snow, whatever the case may be. Prepare for weather and make sure that if it is slick, that you have put down ice, and that if nothing else, you're letting people know and are aware of, even if it's putting somebody out in the actual parking lot itself, to let them know it's going to be worth it in the long run, because you don't want people to fall and injure themselves because it's slick. And last but certainly not least, this one goes pretty much with all the other things, and that is walk safely. You can do that in the form of actually walking and paying attention. If it is during adverse weather, you can walk like a penguin with your feet out, to where you're kind of shuffling and not necessarily walking, but being safe to not fall. And then last but certainly not least is making sure that you are wearing slip resistant shoes, especially if they're required inside. So those things are going to be not the end all be all, but they're going to be 5 tips that are going to help you kind of navigate this parking lot slips, trips, and falls. It's always important to follow that. And even though it's not having to do with the parking lot, if you are talking about adverse weather, make sure when you come in from adverse weather that you're stamping your feet, that you're taking advantage of mats, and that you are letting people know if there's a surface that's wet, because those can be some of the largest areas for slips, trips, and falls during winter weather. So other than that, we hope that you have gotten some great information from this, and that you're able to take it to your facility. And until we talk to you next time, have a great day, stay safe, and here's a word from one of our sponsors.
It's scientifically unexplainable. It's virtually indestructible. And it's taking over the entire planet. But in a really good way. It's Mighty Line floor tape, the most durable floor tape in the world. 7 times thicker than average floor tape. beveled to endure pounding warehouse traffic, and backed with a super strong peel and stick adhesive, so you'll never have to worry about painting shop floors again. Mighty Line Floor Tape, the only durable stripe.